What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is hughwizzy and you're watching 90 More, back again with the breaking news for that ass. And the breaking news is that Frankie Boy Lampard is in the mud, well and truly mudded. Manchester City with a convincing 3-1 win at Stamford Bridge with Callum Hudson-Odoi's goal at the end, a mere consolation. And it was a true masterclass from Pep Guardiola's side, who've kind of gone under the radar, quietly going about their business and collecting in the process the best defensive record in the Premier League, and where goals were meant to be their concern, within 20 minutes they were 2-0 up with Phil Foden and Ilkay Gundogan putting on a show. Gundogan and Foden are fucking top class, yeah, and you couldn't hang with the Dons, yeah, big swinging bollocks in your face. And what did you do? You broke, you cracked, you crumbled, frauding their way into 8th place in the Premier League. Now that means that Frank Lampard's Chelsea, who've spent £250 million, that's correct, £250 million in the last window alone, are now, yeah, I love that, are now only just 3 points ahead of Arsenal Football Club, having played 17 games each. And the reason that I say that isn't because I'm a salty Arsenal fan. I've been waiting for Chelsea's downfall. I have, but so that's not the reason that I say this. The reason is that this is Arsenal's worst start to a Premier League season in 40 years, my friends. And I'm starting to question why the mainstream media aren't really putting it to Lampard, questioning exactly what's going on, because it seems quite clear that he doesn't know his best lineup. It seems quite clear today, at least, that there is a lot more work to do, and I don't think they actually have a game plan even. Some fantastic players have been brought in, but has it really been that well thought out? Yet again, Timo Werner dropping a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry to say this, lad, but when is it going to happen for him? And where exactly on the pitch should he be playing? Because right now, Callum Hudson-Odoi looks like he is hungry, ready to play the intense football that is required at the top level of the Premier League. He makes things happen, and Kai Havertz setting up the goal at the end will leave many thinking that he should have started as well. Right, let me just take you through the goals. The first is crossed in by Zinchenko, Phil Foden finding Gundogan, whose lovely Cruyff turn opened his body up for a kind of curled shot into the bottom left-hand corner. Mendy with no chance whatsoever. The second goal, De Bruyne closing in. He squared the ball to Phil Foden, who has just scooped it delicately past Mendy. Beautiful finish. And for the third, it was N'Golo Kante against Raheem Sterling. Race to the goal, and you thought Sterling was going to smash it home or take it around the keeper. He waited, composed, tried to curl it in, hit the post, and De Bruyne followed up with the finish to make it 3-0. And it was like that until the very last moments when Hudson-Odoi tapped home from close range. Bang, 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 bang.
I think you look like a boxer. You don't.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I mean, I think Hudson-Odoi did a pretty good job.
Hudson-Odoi is top quality. He nearly went to Bayern Munich. I'm not sure why he didn't end up going, but he probably should have done. They give youngsters the opportunities. And, well, Frank can't play him, can he? Ziyech is who started instead of him. And he's been rushed back, clearly. Either that, or he just isn't quite the player that I thought he was. I know there's a player in there. It hasn't quite clicked yet. And today he was bang average. Ederson's missing, and City are playing this guy Stefan in goal. He's dodgy looking, but really and truly he wasn't tested that much. And City have so many pieces that have just started to gel very nicely. Rodri, Gundogan, Foden on the left-hand side. Sensational football from Pep Guardiola's side, though. I probably have them as favourites to challenge Liverpool right now. And you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to invest in January so that they can secure some kind of challenge. Goals are going to be expected of Aguero. Is he quite ready? We're not really sure. He actually only got 5 minutes. They started with Kevin De Bruyne up front, and he played quite well. He is a total footballer, more than capable of playing the centre forward role. He wasn't really dropping back. It was a true striker's role for De Bruyne today. City have only conceded 13 goals in their 15 games. John Stones is looking like an absolute Rolls Royce of a centre-back right now. His passing is bang on the money. Even when he's hoofing clearances, they're going to teammates. He's come on leaps and bounds. And Ruben Diaz, the new Portuguese signing, has slotted in right next to him very nicely. Cancelo, we're now seeing the best of him as well. Going forward, he is electric. Very quick in tight spaces, looking to get balls into the middle whenever he can. And they were very patient in the second half, controlling the 3-0 lead that they had until the very last moment when Callum Hudson-Odoi and Havertz made the break and something happened. And a lot of people will have expected Chelsea to offer a little bit more. No Edison available because of the COVID situation. No Kyle Walker. No Gabriel Jesus, etc, etc. And it really did look like a kind of hit and hope plan from Frank Lampard's men. For Chelsea, it's now 4 defeats in their last 6 games, and Frank really should be under pressure. They've got some very difficult fixtures coming up as well, with Fulham, the West London derby there, then Leicester, Wolves, and away at Tottenham. It is going to be very interesting to see exactly how this goes. And will they again beg Roman for more millions in the transfer window? Does he know who his best players are? Does he know his best 11? And do they know what they're supposed to be doing? I wouldn't be surprised if Roman Abramovich was on the phone already preparing the next boss, because it doesn't matter what kind of status you've got at a football club. If it really isn't going right and you've spent this much money, heads will be put on the chopping block eventually, sooner rather than later. We know how quick they are to chop and change and do the whole managerial merry-go-round thing. It's what they are known for, and it's given them so much success. Can we see Chelsea winning the title with Frank Lampard this season or even next? Right now, not a chance. And today he was put to the sword by someone who seems to have renewed focus. A side that were incredibly intense in the first 45 minutes, first 35 especially. Wow, they were brilliant. Totally dominant, clinical, calm on the ball, creating chances. They look like another level to Chelsea, who at one stage genuinely gave up and just started walking around, like looking at these guys who they couldn't catch. You were saying it was like a cat and mouse game. What's impressive about City is as much what they're doing off the ball as what they're doing on it. They don't necessarily need the ball as much as they used to. And I've heard people like Mika Richards saying that he'd like them to do more with the ball. I think it's completely the opposite. They are allowing other teams to have the ball and try and break them down, more than capable of catching them on the break, as they did with Sterling's one-on-one opportunity where he hit the post and De Bruyne has ended up getting the goal. And they are also the masters in the Premier League, for me, of game management. Winning those cheap little tactical fouls, free kicks, pressing high up, making sure that it's very difficult, it's claustrophobic for midfielders and defences, and impossible to break out of that press. I'm just looking at their fixtures now, and after the Carabao Cup game against Manchester United, they have an FA Cup game against Birmingham, but their Premier League fixtures anyway go Brighton at home, Palace at home, Villa at home, West Brom away, Sheffield United away, and Burnley away. And I wouldn't be surprised if by the time they faced Liverpool on the 6th of February they were either at the top or very close to the top of the table. And all this without a recognised striker. Very impressive. Huge game tomorrow with Hasenhüttl's Southampton taking on Liverpool. City will be watching that one with bated breath, waiting for Liverpool to slip up. And we now have a serious competition on our hands. I've been, for a while, dissatisfied with the fact that it's been a two-horse race maybe. Liverpool and Manchester City really back and forth, hasn't it? It's now looking a little bit more interesting potentially, with Manchester United entering the fray. I'm not sure that they will be able to stay the course. Who knows? The squad is packed with quality, but they've let us down before. Manchester City, however, know what it takes to get over the line, and they will be hungry to get their title back. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on the game, who you thought the man of the match was, who's on Fraud Watch for you today, and how long does Frank Lampard really have left? All these attacking players that they've signed, and Chelsea only managed 2 shots on target. Even though they had 54% possession, their expected goals is below 1 and City's is closer to 3, so it really is a deserved win. And I'm telling you, a top quality performance that will have the rest of the league worried about what Pep Guardiola's side are capable of. That's about it for this time. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new, and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. We've also got a new little project, little podcast that I'm doing with a couple of mates. A few of the Dons. If you want to give the Instagram a follow and keep updated, that will be dropping shortly. Make sure you join the Discord as well. We've got the late night fraudulence coming for LS on a regular basis. If you want to join in the internet's favourite football phone in, all you got to do is click the link in the description, get in the queue when we're on, and we can have a little chinwag about your club. For now though, I've been hughwizzy, and this has been a lot of fun. Peace.